Maiden Juvenile for the fillies. Gates go back and they off and racing. And Leaving Las Vegas has come out as one of the leaders with Mist in Scotland right up there. Move On Over's just in behind the speed. Then the yellow cap of Springing Heaven. Further back to Global Thunder towards the outside. Call Me When You Need Me is only 2 or 3 lengths off the leader. Then comes Godspeed and Sugary Sweet is out back, but it's Leaving Las Vegas who got to the front here with Mist in Scotland on the inside. Call Me When You Need Me, Global Thunder, they 4 lengths away from Move On Over, but for now it's Mist in Scotland from Leaving Las Vegas. Then Call Me When You Need Me. Leaving Las Vegas comes forward to tackle Mist in Scotland on the inside. Call Me When You Need Me. Leaving Las Vegas got to the front. Mist in Scotland's in second. Then comes Call Me When You Need Me, but Leaving Las Vegas got to the lead. Call Me When You Need Me, but Leaving Las Vegas in flight mode and wins a cracking race. Second, Call Me When You Need Me. Then came Mist in Scotland, and behind that, Global Thunder. All right, so Leaving Las Vegas bagged the outside rail, showed a bit of toe from the word go. Well done to Messrs. A. Lang, to Ian Leverton, who's on course today, to the Hyperpain Syndicate. Well done to Johnny Peter, who's back at home and watching. And Leaving Las Vegas has won a cracking race, leaving the VAAL as a winner in race number 2.
Yeah, very nice juvenile winner. That Leaving Las Vegas is her name. She's the daughter of Rafif, and she's been well handled here by Dennis Schwarz. We picked her out in the parade ring. She looked a picture. She went down to the start looking equally good, and yeah, she won a good race, Dennis, and jumped out the gates alert. For a moment, 1 or 2 Matchet horse was up there pacing it out with you, but you left her in your wake, and that was it.
Yes, I think it actually helped with him joining me and being right beside her. She was very green. The guy ducking underneath the rail, first she was looking at him a lot, and then the birds on the track, but she did it all in a stride, and she wasn't faced too much by that. And I have to say, I think there's a lot more to come. With the way she was running, I thought there's a lot of potential still left.
Okay, you're riding all over the country and getting your winners. You're travelling quite a bit. What are your plans for the year? Are you going back to Mauritius, or are you staying home?
Yeah, no, I'm still looking at everything. Things are ticking over nicely. Yeah, I'm travelling a lot. So yeah, with the continued support, I might stay, but you never know what happens.
Okay, and what about for the rest of today? Anything else that you've got?
I'm riding Cold Fact again. I thought she's quite nice. And then I picked up a ride English Primrose in the 5th race. Yeah. So hopefully, I think I rode her once and won winner, so hopefully she can come back to form with me.
Okay, well done. Great start and wonderful ride.
Yeah, thank you so much, and big thanks to Tony Peter for the opportunity, and big thanks to the owners as well. They've been supporting me since they came back, since Tony opened his stable, and yeah, it's lovely riding for them.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice start for you. And Tony Peter's with me now. I think this is it winner number 2 since you got back? 3. So you quickly have racked them up. Well done. Have you got a lot of juveniles?
I've actually got 4. 2 are only going to be 3-year-olds. So this filly and Virginia Beach are basically my only 2-year-olds. They've both won now, so I'm glad to get the win under the belt with them. I think they're both really nice fillies. Getting back to this filly, before I start, I must thank Mr. Terry. This filly was with us as a baby, well, as a young horse, and then she went to him and spent a couple of months there, and he did most of the groundwork with her until I realized that I wanted to take my license out. So big thanks to Mr. Terry for that. And then a huge thanks to Mr. Leverton. He's stuck with us all the way. He's part of the furniture. He's always stayed in this filly. He really liked her as a young filly. Mr. Lang, he's also with us. It's nice to have him on board. And then to the Hyperpain Syndicate, my uncle Dominic, John Paul, they're major shareholders from the syndicate in this filly, and they really love her, and I don't think she'll stop here.
Yeah, she looked tremendous coming out, and she looked strip fit and well. And you'd obviously have to have your eyes on the filly's nursery.
Yeah, she's a nice filly. She had 1 or 2 small little issues behind the start. I just want to thank the stall handlers and the starter for I went to have a chat to them, and they really handled her with care. So a big thank you to them. And then Dennis, I thought he rode a really nice race. He thinks he might be going to Mauritius. Yeah. and then I think she is feature material. It's still early days, but I think she'll be better over a bit further. And if she just keeps her head and keeps her feet on the ground, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with her.
Talk to us about the one later, because it nearly broke a course record last time. It was very fast.
Yeah, she came to us. We thought she'd need the run. We gave her a grass gallop, and she just jumped, and that was a race over. She was blowing quite hard after the race, so it should suggest she should be better, but I don't know if you can get any better than her last one.
Yeah.
But she just has to reproduce her last one, which I don't see why she shouldn't, and she'll be a big runner. And then just to Mark, I couldn't do without him at the stables. He's put in all the hard yards with me, and my girlfriend Samantha. I'm not the easiest customer.
Well, I met her for the first time, and she looked pretty happy with life. She certainly had a smile on her face that you had a winner today.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I like things done perfectly, and if it doesn't go like that, I get into a bad mood, and she's the one that has to deal with me. Yeah. So just a big thanks to her, and to my whole family for all their support.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks. And then to Jomo, he grooms this horse. Well done to him, and thank you. He looks after her well.
Okay, that is Tony. And then Ian Leverton. Now, I've got to say one thing. If I ever want to know what's going on in racing, I may be a racing journalist, but who do I go to? I go to this man, because you know everything.
I move around about, eh?
Well, you're well versed, and congratulations, because you gave me the confidence. You said, Nico, this horse is going to start favoured if it isn't favoured already, and it's well tried.
Listen, she wasn't well tried. I mean, the first time I went to watch her, she jumped out the gates, the saddle slipped, and the horse that she galloped with beat her by 8 or 10 lengths. So that was her first grass gallop, and then we put her through the pens again down the straight at Turffontein about 2-3 weeks ago, and she pinged it, but the horse that she galloped with pulled up unsound, so we couldn't gauge anything. So we've never, and then Virginia Beach, the other filly there, she just won, so we could never work the two of them on the grass together. So we really didn't have a gauge, but it was just Tony and Tony's eye, and said, Ian, listen, we got a proper filly, but let's keep our feet on the ground. We'll move on slowly from here. And listen, there were a lot of fancied horses in the race. There was a lot of money for other horses. Yes. So, it wasn't as if it was a dead field. Yeah. But I'd like to see what the times are from the first race, the filly in the first race to our filly. And, hopefully take it from there. The Hyperpaint boys, I hope someone is sitting behind the counter and you're not all around the TV listening to me. But, well done to them, and well done to Anthony Lang. And a special thanks to Tony. He seems to have taken over where his father left off.
Yeah, absolutely. And, when one forgets the amount of juvenile winners that went through Paul's yard, they came out and won every juvenile race in that in last season, for example. Wow. So, he's comes from that stock.
Well, Tony's just told you, he's only got 2 that'll run as 2-year-olds, and both of them have won already.
Finished.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to send a juvenile to the Tony Peters stable. Okay, there's the PR for. Unfortunately, they don't pick up the 100,000 Rand Bloodstock South Africa check because it wasn't bought at a BSA sale. But Mr. Leverton tells me that there's bigger fish to fry anyway, with some bigger stakes on offer in the Cape Thoroughbred Sales Arena, or Cape Racing Sales as they call them now. Anyway, well done. I think that's a lengthy interview, but suffice to say that the trifecta has arrived and raced to all the newcomers. In fact, even the 4th spot, the quartet, filled by horses that hadn't seen the track before.